wish I knew a DOSBox sometimes does that. You'll enter something that's completely valid and it says it's a legal operation. Anyway. Hello everyone, this is Arafellin playing Commander Keen, Episode 4, Secret of the Oracle, part of Good Guy Galaxy. And today, we're taking on the secret level. But first, yeah, I want to start from outside the... Yeah, the Pyramid of the Moons, because this is how you enter the secret level. So first I'm going to enable cheats, and I'm going to turn on the jump cheat and God mode, because I just want to look around. There is a ceiling there. Notice that the screen does not scroll when you hit your head on the thing. So, as you may recall, to get the secret exit in here, you need to get the yellow key, which was not here. I think it was through this door. Yeah, you come here, you get the yellow key over here. Then you would go back down to the underground part of the pyramid. Use the yellow key to open the thing to get to the switch that lets you unite all the earthworms. And when 12 inchworms, not earthworms, when 12 inches come together, you get 1 foot, and the foot takes you to the other pyramid because bad puns. But if you actually try to play this level, yeah, this was the thing I dismissed as not looking like it wasn't worth the effort. Yeah, that says watch out. Okay, so this is the underground part of the pyramid where what you needed to do was go take the key over here, open this door, you go in there to free the inchworms, and flip a switch, which then connected the bridge over here. You gather up all the inchworms, they turn into a foot, you get your access to the secret level because reasons. What's up here? Okay, so there's a ton of points here. And this gets you on top of the pyramid. I thought I remembered being able to get on top of one without cheating. And this is it. This is also how you would finish the level if you use the key in the basement. But yeah, there's really not much up here, except some extra points. Not sure there's even any the fake killer clouds. Yeah, and then you drop down here, and this gets you back into the main part of the level. But what you're supposed to do, if you're creating this normally, is you get the key, which was up here. You come down here past all this mess, unlock the door, go through. But if you get up on top of the pyramid, you can also exit up here. First, getting there is the problem. Because the way you'd have to do that is you have to get up here, make your way past the slugs. I think you can maybe pogo from here. Not even. Maybe from here? Yeah, I'm not sure how you're actually supposed to get here. And that just kills you right away. So, okay, I think what you're actually supposed to do is climb up here, shoot those, make your way past this, shoot this, go through the door to get the one up if you want it. Pogo into the ceiling, come across here, drop down, get to this. And you just kind of hop down the side of the pyramid, can go down there to get back to the main part of the level if you want, or just come out the side. Of course, if you do that, you can't get to the secret level. So I'm going to go back and load. Yeah, this is not meant to be controlled with the controller. This secret level with a big stay out hand on it. So what I'm going to try to do is get through here without cheating and only save once per room, which should make it challenging but not impossible. Hesitantly crosses into the Pyramid of the Forbidden. Right away you've got those two things coming after you. You've got a sign in standard galactic alphabet that says watch out. There's another one. And I'm still having problems shooting down. I think all I'll do is wait here for it to come to me. Do that. Yeah, because I have 2-button shooting turned off because it was just too awkward trying to do pogo tricks. But yeah, there's just monsters all over this area. You do at least get a life here. I don't think there's anything up there. I don't think you can get up there without getting killed by the shooter anyway. But it sort of looks like there wants to be something. Yeah, you fall to the side, you get to this. Watch out for hazards. This part's actually relatively safe. You open that to open this. You watch out for multiple hazards here. Yeah. I think I touched the shooter. Yeah, and those have a tendency to jump past you. Yeah, they're basically big little jumpy beanbags that breathe fire. Yeah, if they jump past you, let's just go to the wall. Take advantage of that. They'll drop beyond you, and you just turn around, and yeah. Right, so there's the red key. This part's safe. It's just after this that's a problem. This is the Temple of the Forbidden after all, or Pyramid. Okay, I was trying to jump there. It didn't work. I think the ceiling is too low. We're not having problems with shots, at least. It does give you a ton of ammo at the beginning. Yeah, that waiting for them to hop over you is working well. You could probably get that on the way down and still land safely, but it just feels easier to land on the ledge and jump out to it. So I guess the first time I was hit by a shot. Not even. Okay, you can't jump off of there. I have this part pretty much down to science. Also, it looks like if a slug releases itself, or relieves itself on the very edge of a platform, it doesn't leave a slime pile behind. And I didn't turn around in time. Yeah, that first part is easy if you're ready for it, but after that, it just starts getting rude. Wait for that to fade. And if you make it this far, you do get the extra life. Okay, you can get that on the way down. I thought so, but actually doing it is another matter. Okay, so you apparently can't jump well enough to get across this, but you do need to jump to avoid falling into the shooter. And that was not very nice. And I didn't jump in time. Yeah, this part's just rude. Just in the interest of progression, I think I will put a save before that. That's a particularly flatulent slug. Well, it's not really flatulence, they're just bleeding slime around. But the noise they make. On the other hand, you can grab that gem on the way down, but it's safer not to. Just hold left. Yeah, this is just so much stuff all at once. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was trying to do there. Oh, right, wrong save. Want to go in the Forbidden Pyramid, not outside of it. Music did us something weird there. And I jumped too high. Yeah, you basically need to do everything perfectly here. And I jumped too soon there. Okay, should be safe here. That says watch out. That was not watching out. Yeah, my coordination is not very good for doing down shots. It doesn't help that I'm using the keyboard to shoot. That was just bad timing. Yeah, kind of timing it with the other shot. Wait for that to fade. Hope it doesn't leave another one. Which it did. Jump right into the dart. I'm just being impatient right now. You can hang on here safely. There. Okay, we've made it to the second screen. So land on that when it's going to the right, I think. Then duck. And watch out for the slug. Okay. And if you're not using mid-level saves, you have to start over at the beginning, and I accidentally saved instead of loading. So I have to do this all over again. Okay, I think I got it. Not quite down, but close. I guess I don't think there's a shortcut key that takes you straight to the save screen. Timing's off still. Yeah, if it asks you to edit the title, then you're trying to save. If it asks you if you're really sure, then you're trying to load. There. I think you need to be on this. I think you need to be ducking so you don't fall off. But then there's the slug to deal with. Can I fall in and shoot the slug from the platform? That would be a no. And you do need to be ducking or you just get knocked into the tar. This level is evil. It's presumably less so if you're on easy difficulty, but even so. Okay, I was trying to jump down off the platform, and that does not seem to be possible. Unless there's a hidden passage somewhere, which I don't think there is. No, that doesn't work. The shot just goes over its head. Do you need to jump over the slug? And at this point, I'm just trying to figure out what the game wants from me. I don't think you can go that way. No. The part where it goes to the left is just an inconvenience for you. Let's save there to hopefully have the timing more convenient when I load. There, that's what you need to do. Hold to the left so you fall off the platform as soon as possible and stun the slug before it can get to you. Also, hi. Okay, I think that made the lift go through the wall there, so I can pogo onto it when it gets back. Oh, we've got sky pests ahead. I thought I remembered them being this awful. Because of course they are. And there's a bunch more of them down there. I feel like the safest thing to do is wait for them to land here. And hope that doesn't happen. And if we were playing on easy, there would be fewer of them, but they would still be there. And the slug turning around kind of wrecked that. Yeah, this feels rather luck-based. Right idea, wrong execution. Can you jump over them? I don't think so. I know this is possible because I did it earlier. But it may be a matter of the timing lining up just right. No, not save. Load. And I held left too long there. I don't think you can jump over them either, because there's just not enough ceiling space. That almost worked, but went into the tar again. Boiling oil, whatever it is. I think I actually do need this slug to stop and leave it dropping for the timing to be right. And that's pure RNG. But not two. Didn't duck soon enough? Okay, at this rate, I'm just going to save once I get past here. Probably right before the sky pests. little less wait time before the platform comes back. Yeah, I keep falling in the tar when I try to... There. I need to wait for that. Okay, then. They were right on top of each other. It looked like there was one. There was not one. There was two. But there were two. I've gotten past this twice, and failed about 24 times. Yeah, that was perfect. A little nervous there. I thought I waited too long. Okay, just the one this time. And there's the other one. Okay, so I'll save here. I was going to limit myself to one save per screen, but yeah, never mind. There's at least 3 more of them. And as I was saying, it feels like the best idea is to wait up here for them to land. Okay, 1 more, 2 more, at least. And we've already squashed 5. There's at least 3 more still. Their movement is just so erratic. There's still another one somewhere. Okay, I think the way is clear now. This says, watch out. Okay, we're on to screen 3. And it has a completely different look. That's probably important. And I'm going to need to ride that platform down there, aren't I? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I was meant to do there. Probably just be on the left edge of the platform. So this I need to open from somewhere else. Oh, mistimed that. Moved over too soon. Okay. Can I get there from here? Yes. But I messed up the jump on the way back. Yeah, I think for now this position is fine for the switch, because I need to take the lift to the left anyway. I don't suppose you can duck under those. It doesn't look like there's enough room. That's not going to work. Yep, and the slug left a present right on the edge of the ledge. And once again, we're timing like 5 different things at once. Okay, so here's a red gem. Where did I use that? Up there. Okay, let's save after that. Gotta open this door. We now need a blue gem. And it looks like that means we need to ride the lift to the right now. Conveniently, here it is. I think this is a required ducking spot again. Okay, that wasn't so bad. These are safe when they're retracted. But yeah, this level is just one thing after another. And you need to be ready to get on that, or else wait for it to come back. Okay, you need to pogo there. Or not. Maybe it's just a really tricky jump. Or maybe you have to jump from that lower platform. Yeah, I think that's it. And I have to watch out for sky pests now. That almost worked. Almost, of course, doesn't count. Yeah, that was... Got cornered by a sky pest. You can't really do anything about that. Except get lucky. And that was just bad platforming. I wonder if you can bounce straight up to that platform if you're lucky. It looks like it might be possible. Or it might be just too high. These feels like they're pretty badly out of sync right now. Ah, dear. That felt good. I think the sky pests can fly into the tar and just take themselves out of relevance. Okay, on to screen 5. It just keeps going. Okay, there's a thing hidden here. Sure, why not? That will probably release the lick. Or, no, it'll probably open this, and then this will release the lick. Not even. Don't know how that first shot missed. Right, now I need to find something to put a bridge on that. There we go. Yeah, this room is just a whole bunch of back and forth. One switch unlocks, the next switch unlocks, the next switch unlocks, the next switch, and it just keeps going. Finally, we can get down here. And I did not downshoot. Okay, and it's just done it before after dropping. I think this one went back here. Yes. But yeah, imagine trying this without saving in the middle of the level. This is one of the places where it definitely feels like the game ought to have checkpoints, but it doesn't. There's a mad mushroom over there. Right into the door. You know what? I've been having so much trouble with these guys. Let's just save here. And we have the gem on the door that indicates a council member. Except this is an optional secret level, so why would there be a council member here? Also, why is there a door here? Can you just skip him and go out the door? Thanks for going to all that trouble, but I'm just the janitor for the High Council. I tried to tell the Shikadi that, but they just wouldn't listen. This had better be a joke. Sorry, you aren't mad, are you? Okay, that's why there's a door, because you have to... Alright. We have rescued the janitor of the High Council. After much difficulty and a ridiculously long and convoluted level, which exists entirely to inflate your score and/or your death count. So that just leaves us with the 3 island levels. So we have the Isle of Flame, the Isle of Tar, and the Well of Wishes, if I remember correctly. I'm almost positive the Well of Wishes has a council member. I think one of the other 2 does. And the 3rd is optional, so we have 2 more to rescue. The janitor does not show up on here because he's not progression. So we will save here in the lake. And yeah, idle swimming animations and noise. In any case, this has been our film playing Commander Keen in Goodbye Galaxy, Episode 4, Secret of the Oracle. Pretty decent dithering on the tiles there too. You got the gray and green on here to make it look darker, more tarish on the Isle of Tar. And you've got the brown and green here to make it look more ashy, fiery. Anyway, you can see the whole series up to this point in the archives, as well as all sorts of other stuff. Mostly Atari, DOS, and Super Nintendo games, and some miscellaneous other stuff. I'm currently posting on Mondays and Thursdays a Japanese indie RPG called Lady Night Saga. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check that out. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend. See you next week, and hopefully we'll clear out the game then. I'm hoping I can finish all 3 levels at once. We'll see. Well of Wishes in particular is kind of a pain, if only because it's a completely different style of gameplay. But we'll figure that out later. Treading water.